Well, today in our big game spotlight, Super Bowl 57, we have none other than Mr. Panther himself, out of Boston College, first-round draft pick, soon to be in the Hall of Fame, Mr. Luke Kuechly. Hello, sir. How you doing today?
Eugene, how are you? Thanks for having me on.
Hey, Luke, I'm excited to have you on, man. I want to talk about the big game experience. You already played in Super Bowl 50, so let's talk about that. What do you recollect about that game? What comes to memory?
I just think about how much fun we had when we went out there. Obviously, the game didn't go the way we wanted to. I think everybody kind of knows that. But I just think leading up to it, the excitement of the NFC Championship game, having the opportunity to play that at home in front of our fans, and just that game had so much energy and excitement. And then we carried that in the next 2 weeks all the way out there until we went out to California for the Super Bowl. And just the memories that we had when we were out there. I thought that media day, one of the first days when we got there, was one of the coolest experiences I've ever had, as far as, just the whole team being there, the opportunity to talk to a bunch of different people. It was something that I had never experienced before. So that was certainly really neat. And then the game itself is like nothing I ever played in. It was, you get used to playing in the preseason transitions to the regular season, and obviously that ratchets up, and then you go from regular season to, December, when the games really matter even more, cranks up a little bit more, and then the playoffs cranks up a little bit more. But that Super Bowl was a whole different level in the game. The game felt a little bit different because every play, man, really mattered. I mean, you know how it is. It's got such a different feel to it. But I think the thing that I took away most from it just was the excitement and the energy and how much good times that we had from, like I said, the NFC Championship game, the time leading up to it. The media day was awesome. The game itself was so fun. And just being there with our guys and having our fans travel the way they did was a really special thing for us.
So let's go ahead and pivot to the game that we're gonna see this week with Kansas City. When you look at Kansas City's quarterback, what does the defense of Philadelphia have to do, and then vice versa, because they're both two outstanding quarterbacks?
Well, I think with Mahomes, obviously he just won the MVP last night. It's not an easy recipe for that guy. He can beat you any way that he wants to. He can beat you in the pocket, out of the pocket. He's a top 5 numbers pocket passer in the pocket. And then the thing that makes him dangerous that you really can't prepare for is when he gets outside of the pocket. That's how we used to be against Russell Wilson and even Aaron Rodgers. Those guys' ability to extend the play makes it so much more difficult on a defense because they have to cover longer. They got to create different matchups because, as the ball gets down the field and as the play develops, you get matched up on guys you typically wouldn't get matched up on. So maybe as a linebacker, I'm on a tight end to start, but as the play progresses and the down lengthens, now I'm on a receiver. Mahomes breaks the pocket. Now I'm covering a wide receiver. A terrible matchup for me. Mahomes is out of the pocket. He's got the whole field at his disposal. That's where those guys are very difficult. So we always kind of talked about keep these guys in the pocket, push the pocket, make us beat them from the pocket, because at least we can control that.
And then quickly, as you think about Philadelphia, give me something really quick. What do they need to do?
I think what they can do really well is rush the passer. I think that limits Mahomes, and they're really good at it. They've got Reddick, they've got Brandon Graham, they've got Fletcher Cox. They got all these guys that can really get after the passer. I think they got multiple guys over 10 sacks, so they can rush the passer extremely well, and I think that puts a lot of pressure not only on Mahomes but on that offensive line, and it makes the back end's job easier. They got Darius Slay and James Bradbury, an old Carolina Panther that's playing really good football right now. So they rush really well, and they got 2 guys outside that can cover. So Philadelphia has a good system on defense, and they obviously have really good players as well.
And then lastly, do you have any prediction?
Man, you know what? I don't. I think the big plays are going to control the game, and I think how well Sirianni controls, 3rd and 4th down with all the analytical data that he has at his disposal that he uses extremely well, I think will dictate the game. But I think it's big plays, it's who can affect the passer the most, and it's how they handle, in-game situations. So I think Philadelphia looks really dangerous right now. I think they're hard to beat.
Luke, thank you very, very much for being on the show with us today, sir.
Absolutely. Thanks, Eugene.